Yo, what's good? It's your boy Jzalo. So welcome to, this is gonna be a guide pretty much on the basics or the way I understood of how to survive as one of the sea fighters. So I'm just gonna get right into it. I'm not even gonna really start with a crazy intro or anything like that. So I'm gonna go into practice mode, which you can access through the menu screen. So right away start it up and you'll queue in by yourself. You could queue in with a friend and stuff like that. I'm not gonna explain all the active skills and passive skills and stuff like that. Those are pretty self-explanatory later. I mean, if you do give yourself some time to navigate through the whole system. If you do need a video on that, I can definitely make something on that later on, but I just really quickly just want to make a video on like the survivability and what to expect, because it did take me some time to kind of understand it. So I'm gonna try to explain this how I understood it while I was playing this open beta. So here we are. I don't know if the music is really loud. Let me quickly lower that actually. All right, so the way I understood it, I'm here just pretty much to explain what you should be looking for as the survivor. And if you're on PC, you press enter, you'll bring up the map. So this map is comprised of 5 zones. So you got zone A, B, C, D, and E. And then zone X is pretty much once you get all of these zones completed by finding a key. And then from whenever you find a key in that specific location, you go to its beacon, which you could see up in the sky. Also, another thing that you want to pretty much keep an eye out for is these radars here. So you got radar for the Dragon Balls, right? So you got your basic level 1 Dragon Ball radar, your level 2 and your level 3 being the best. So finding a Dragon radar level 3 will up the chances of you finding Dragon Balls a lot quicker. Another thing that you want to keep in mind of is different type of radars. So there is just the specific Dragon radar where you could find the Dragon Balls, and then there's a radar for civilians, right? So which you will be able to look for civilians, and when you rescue a civilian, what will happen is you'll rescue them and they'll drop these cubes, right? These cubes right here, which will pretty much give you more power. If you see on the bottom left right there, you can see when I pick up one of these cubes, it gives me a little bit of charge. So they'll usually drop the small power cubes, which is pretty much what you can pick up to level yourself up, and you can change into your level 1, your level 2, and your level 3. So there's up to 3 levels that you can obtain. The 4th level you obtain by summoning Shenron, and pretty much you have unlimited everything, but again, we'll go over that a little later. So yeah, so there's that. So we already covered the Dragon radar and then the civilian radar to find people. What you really want to focus on though, on finding the most, is the power key radar. Okay, you can have all 3 of these though all together. So I'll show you right now. So boom, right? So this will show me where the Dragon Ball is, and I'll just follow it. You could run around, and then if I pick up the civilian radar, it'll also show me the Dragon Balls and the civilians that I can rescue, right? And then the key radar. The key radar is the most important tool to really have in this game, because it will show you the keys that you need for each specific zone. So you definitely want somebody, if possible, you want somebody focusing on the Dragon Balls, you want somebody focusing on the keys, or all together. You can all do that. The main objective is to find the keys. Pretty much that's all it is, so that you can clear that zone and pretty much prepare for the escape, right? So once you have the key radar, what you're gonna be doing mainly is looking around for that. So here I'm gonna call my pod. That's a skill that I have by unlocking Vegeta. And I'm gonna go to zone A, right? So I'm gonna go to zone A just to start it off, right? And in zone A, what you want to do is you want to look for the key. As you can see here, I found the key. I just go right to it. I just gotta figure out where that is. It might be in a cave somewhere. It might be below. Is it below? So yeah, you just gotta find the right. There you go. All right, so you find a. So normally they'll be in a caves, or mainly where they'll be is in these chests that you'll find around the map. Sometimes it can have a Dragon Ball within it. So once you open up the chest, you'll unlock the key for A, right? And also a Dragon Ball. I'm gonna just take that, you know.
Yeah, boy.
Right. So once any of you, right, any of the survivors find the key, it'll display a message for everyone to see, not only the person that found the key. So everyone will see the message, oh, the key for location A has been found. But not only that, if you look up on your top left, you'll see that zone A has a white border around it, meaning that the key has been found for that location. So having the dotted grayed out borders mean that you have still yet to find the key for that location. So definitely keep an eye out for that. So once you find the key for that location, what you want to do, so you look for this yellow beacon, which will indicate where you have to drop off that key. So you make your way on there. Anyone that's nearby, it doesn't have to be the key holder or the key finder. Literally anybody that is nearby here can just quickly come to it and set the power key down for this location, as so. Boom. So now this area has been set, and there you go. Now you are linked to the center device. Okay, so now if you look on your map, you'll see that the A area has been finished, and you can tell it's finished because it'll come off as a yellowish color, or it won't have those dotted grayed out borders. So that's how you know you have completed that area. So you no longer have to be here. You can leave unless you're looking for Dragon Balls. That's the only reason why you should be on this specific area. Other than that, once the location is finished, nobody should be in this specific area, and you should move on to the next, right? I also suggest that not everyone should be in the same location. You should definitely spread out. As a survivor, you shouldn't be in the same, like, unless you want to stick with your friend, or you want to look for the Dragon Balls, or whatever it be. You're just focused on finding the Dragon Balls, and you don't care about the key. You just let the other teams do it. Then that's completely fine. Go wherever you want. But the main objective is to find these power keys and get out, right? So boom. So once you have done that, and I'm gonna go ahead and find the keys for each location. Here, let me call down my pod. This pod is very, very useful. So here we go to location B. Again, find the key. It'll pretty much like tell you where you need to go, whether up or down. So as you can see there, like some civilians are up above, some things are down below. But once you find the key, again, you will look for that yellow beacon for this location, for this specific location, and it's pretty easy to spot, as you can see there. And you can use your abilities to pretty much move yourself around the map. You can also transform. You don't only have to transform to fight the raider. You can use your transformation to move around. It's an amazing way of mobility. So here we go. We set down the power key for location B. and I'm trying to make this video as quickly as possible. I'm not trying to really make it too long. So now we go to C. So you definitely want to always have your radar up, just so that you have a better guide of where you need to go to find that key, because if not, you can get easily lost, and you know you don't want that. So boom, you go. Now you got for C, look for that beacon, which is over here. Again, you want to use it for mobility. That way you don't have to really just run around. So now we got C done. Now we're on our way to D. And now again, once you're in the vicinity, again, you can tell you're in the vicinity by the little border that you see here. So you want to be within this border, this little dotted white border, in order to look for the key for that specific location. Okay, you'll know when you found, or when anyone has found the key for that location, when the border for the letter, it's a solid square line. So that's how you know you find it. So if you get confused on where this key is, blah blah blah, just make sure you look at your map, or make sure you look on the top left of your screen to see if someone has already found that key, and then just go to that beacon and place it down. Once it's placed down, it'll the whole thing would be yellowed out, and that's how you know you already found that key. So here we go. We got the key for location D. It's right here. So it took me a bit, but I came here to training, honestly, to figure this out on my own. So I did want to make this video just to explain it for people that still are having some trouble to understand what it is that they had to do, because the game is pretty bad at telling you really what you gotta do. Besides the tutorial in the beginning, like, that's just it, you know. It doesn't really translate too much on what you have to do in an actual match, right? It's kind of like the way they just throw you in a match is kind of weird. You kind of just get thrown in and you're running away, and you can feel very lost, because now you have this whole section that you're looking for these keys. Again, this is for the people that don't know what they're doing. If you already know what you're doing, that's awesome, all power to you. But for me, it was kind of tough for me to understand where I needed to go, what I needed to do. I felt pretty lost and was just getting bodied constantly. Didn't know when things were up, didn't know when the power key was found, didn't know where to go to place the power key, although the tutorial did say much of that. But I still, like, in game, I couldn't figure that out. Okay, so cool. So now that we found all of them, right, it'll tell you to defend the startup system in area X. So again, go to your map. Once you see that all of these are filled, you'll then be able to go to area X. Now, also another note, if an area is destroyed, you don't have to worry about that key or that location anymore. So it kind of helps the survivors escape faster. So if an area is already destroyed, then you'll have only the locations that are left to worry about. So once you get those locations filled out, you go to area X here, and of course the raider is gonna stop you from getting out, but you can speed up the access startup system And yeah, and you'll be able to just speed up the process. The more people on it, the faster it'll go, but mainly your objective is to pretty much defend this area from the raider. The raider is going to do everything that he can to destroy this specific startup system, but it's fine. If he destroys it, you'll have an alternative way of escaping. So once you pretty much finish with this system, pretty much the game is over, the survivors win, right? But then the alternative of, if he does destroy this system, where would you go? And I will definitely show where you can go right after. So there you go, machine is activated. It brings back the locations that were destroyed, and pretty much everyone is saved. You win. Awesome. Everyone celebrate. Joy, joy, joy to the world. Blah, blah, blah. See you sell. Peace. Like, let's go. Survivor success. Awesome. I'm gonna show some quick videos. I just want to say real quick, I apologize for it not having any sounds. I was streaming it on, can I use, oh, okay, so let me just close the app then. So I was streaming it on Twitch, and for whatever reason Twitch has been giving me issues like crazy. So it's not playing, you're not gonna hear any sound. I'm leaving Twitch, so I'm no longer gonna be streaming on Twitch. The time machine beacon has appeared, so escape in the time machine. So boom, if you look up there, you see this blue beacon up in the sky. You'll see them all over the place once the raider has destroyed the machine in area X. These will appear, and you will have to do your best to find one away from the raider where he can't see you, because he can still destroy it and stop you from escaping. So you can see me here pretty much just going to this beacon as quickly as possible and starting it up. So you see a bunch of blue beacons, but yeah, you can see a bunch of little blue beacons appear around the map. So these are all escape pods that you can access. The green light is just supply crates. You don't have to really worry about that if you're trying to escape. Pretty much just go for the blue light beacons if he destroys the system at area X, and then call the time machine. This thing right here will appear. And I was being a little trolly, just messing around, but again, he can destroy it, and then you'll have to find another location. And yeah, so you can also pick up other survivors on this escape pod, and you guys can all escape together and yada yada. So I think I was the only one that survived here. You can see Cell coming right after me. You know, I was hiding behind the trees, so he couldn't hit me, and then I dipped. I just wanted him to see me escape. And then you get this cutscene. If you do escape with other people, they'll be in the cutscene with you, which I think is pretty cool. But this is pretty much what happens. Like, you just look at him in his face and just disappear, and that's pretty much it. And then you get you escaped. Awesome, cool. Then you get level up rewards and XP for it and all of that. All right, yeah, so peep this. I'm over here still looking for the Dragon Balls and all of that, and my friend actually found the escape pod. I didn't know it was time to escape, so I hopped on it with him, and we both escaped together. So this is what I meant by you can escape together and stuff like that. And in the cutscene, it'll show that you escaped together, and that's pretty cool. It's me and him on there, and we're out of there. So we get XP for that, for escaping and not dying, which is pretty cool. And then I also wanted to show a little clip that I actually posted. Again, it's no sound. I don't get what's going on with Twitch, but I've had these issues for a while, and that's why I'm no longer on Twitch. So anyways, but here's this clip of me. I was on my way to res this person here before his timer ran out, but the raider had found me, and I went ahead and you know, did my best to escape. So I solar flared, which stunned him. Then I used my Kaioken to push him away and instantly called my pod. So I feel like maybe if I would have solar flared, then called my pod, that would have been a little bit more effective, because as you can see here, when I pushed him away, he still has time to come back to me and probably kill. He could have killed me here, most likely. But I found that tech and I thought that that was pretty cool. So I maybe right there after solar flare, calling my pod and then doing the Kaioken to push him away would have probably gave me enough time for my pod to calm down and then escape out of there. I thought that play was pretty cool still, though. I was able to escape and heal myself up. So you definitely want to use your skills to your advantage to increase your survivability. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you guys understand what you have to do, what your objective is, and all that. And I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the day. Peace.